11 days and the whereabouts of the bodies of baby Amanda and her mother Mariam is still unknown. The multi-agency team comprising professional divers from South Africa are closing in on the 4 left locations, as Kevin Mutai explains live from Mombasa.
Good afternoon to you, Julian Amboko, and we are coming live from the area where the tragedy occurred 11 days ago here at the channel in Likoni. But what's happening right now, it is something that I've never noticed since we began this coverage on the tragedy. I don't know if you can, my cameraman can just pan right into the channel. There are 4 sort of balloons that have been placed in key position, and I believe that is the radius that the currently operation has been concentrated on. Those particular markings have never been placed before since we began this operation, and I believe that according to even the Lawrence Gituma, that is the Colonel Gituma, the Navy officer in charge of the recovery operation, said that they're closing in and further into the 300-meter radius where they think the 4 possible locations of the vehicle could be sitting. And yesterday he said that in that particular position there's one spot that had some artificial markings that is underneath, rather under the water, saying that there's mud of a layer of 1.2 meters of mud, and there were some markings that they discovered yesterday in that particular area, and that particular location is what I believe is what the Navy has identified. And right now I'm told that they'll be shifting their focus to that particular place. It's not far from where the car sank. Actually, it's just a few meters away from that, but they're saying that there's a possibility that the vehicle took a dive, rather sank at a certain angle, and it's that the particular area that they've marked covers all that, and they say that it's within the 300-meter radius. It's a developing situation that we are witnessing here, because all along they've been dealing with the larger area of the Likoni channel, crisscrossing the entire 1.2 kilometers since launching this operation. But right now they're closing in, and the Navy says that whatever they're doing, they've seen significant process. This is of course with the help of the equipment that they received from the government, and also with the help of professional divers from South Africa. The equipment that was deployed yesterday by the government arrived quite a little bit late, but the Navy officer says that it took them time also, I beg your pardon, to try and fix those particular equipment to their boats, and they did those adjustments that took them all through the night. But since after they managed to suspend those multi-beam cameras, and I'm also told that they have ROVs, those are report-operated vehicles that are also deep inside the water, and this is what those machines have helped them so far cover. And as you can see, that Navy patrol boat right there is moving those particular balloons, and they are using them to identify the spots that now will be of their key interest in this particular recovery operation. It's been 11 days since Mariam and her daughter Amanda, since their bodies have since they plunged into the Indian Ocean, and the 10th day since the operation began. But according to the divers who are conducting this operation, they are seeing some significant progress, and we believe by the time they come out of the waters, then they'll definitely give us some key information and some crucial details from the exercise that they kicked off from this morning at around 10 a.m. And as you can see right now, even the ferry traffic has been somehow controlled, because they are taking a certain distance while approaching both channels. I'm told that it is also something that they're trying to ensure that the ferries do not disturb the divers, because this is a progress that we are really keenly following up on, because according to the officers, they really want to do as much as they can to bring this operation, or rather to end this operation as soon as possible, because because also we are seeing from the far end also that is a boat owned by Subsea, that is a company that provided professional divers and were hired by the members of the family of Mariam and her daughter Amanda. But this is so far the situation at the channel, because we are seeing a little bit of a change in terms of covering, or rather in terms of how they are conducting this exercise, because the kind of movement we are seeing, the kind of measurements they're taking, they're using robes and measuring, literally measuring points at which they're placing those key positions. And I believe it's also, I believe the divers also underneath, there are also machines. Earlier on we saw Kenya Ports Authority suspending a robot, a machine that also they've been using to get clear images of what on how the situation is underneath. But also we were informed that currently the tide is at 1.4 meters high. It's currently high, but I believe also they're waiting for that particular situation to go down so that they can be able to dive in and give us what they'll find from those key areas that they've marked in there. Julians, we are sitting here and we're keenly following on what is happening, because the activities here are kind of showing some different signs of in terms of the recovery operation, because this is something that we've not seen before. And what is happening right there is what I believe is happening within that radius of 300 meters that the Navy officers have been working on from yesterday. And also they're also using information and reports from the machines that they deployed last night, and they analyzed all that information this morning. And it is what that information that they got last night is what has led them to those key areas that they're currently working on. And I'm sure we'll be sitting here, we'll be waiting for them to come out of the waters, and we will be informing our viewers on the status updates on the recovery operation here in Mombasa. Back to you.